Hey, wizards! Guess what? It is Kieran Ashehammer. We are back here in Zamunda, back to do another exciting episode of the Wizard101 Dual School Fire and Storm walkthrough. I hope you guys are doing great. Let's get on. We have a whole series of Greyhorn mercenaries to exterminate, because that's what this game's about, at least in Safari it is. Okay, I hope everybody's doing great. I'm super excited to be here exploring. We are on the search for missing students, and that has brought us to the great land of Zamunda here in Zafaria. I hope everybody's been doing great this last couple days. I'm having a great couple days. We're going down to about 2 episodes a week on the series right now while I catch up on work and everything. It's a pretty busy time for me at work right now, because right now I'm trying to squeeze every bit of missing work out of my students. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know that, or if I haven't mentioned it before, I teach high school. I teach some physics and astronomy. We're at the end of the year, and I'm trying to help as many people get their dreams right. I'm trying to get the depressed out of the depression. I'm trying to get the unmotivated motivated. I'm trying to get those who have blown off most of the year, or at least most of the last 9 weeks, back into focus so that they can walk that stage, or at least get out of my class and not have to take it again in the future. So that's my motivation right there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Should I just go ahead and meteor strike them? I think meteor striking will work. Very good. So that's how my year is beginning to end, or should I say my school year is beginning to end. If you haven't noticed, we are in the middle of May, and I've got, after this week, and you're seeing this on a Thursday morning, or this is when I'm releasing it, I've got 1 more week of school with finals this week. So I'm trying to get work turned in, as well as trying to review my students to make sure that they are ready to go. Very good. So yes, that's why. So yeah, a little bit lower. Plus, I've got a conference I've got to present at, so I've got to get all my stuff together for the style of teaching that I do and some of the things I enjoy doing. So I've got to put all that material together. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I've got to take some time to actually sit down and finish organizing my presentation and my thoughts, so it's not boring and people actually get something out of it. You know how that goes. Have you ever been to a PowerPoint death by PowerPoint presentation, where the presenter, there's different types of presentations, okay? Now, anybody who's been in school kind of gets this, and there's, as far as information getting that. In fact, anybody who's ever gone to work, who's ever gone to training, would understand this. I mean, there's different types of presenters, There are those that just kind of walk through a litany of information, and you've got to kind of stay awake long enough to try to piece together what might be valuable, what might not be valuable, what might be good for what you're doing, what might not be good for what you're doing. And to be fair, some information you're just stuck having to consume that way, because it's a lot of facts. Now, there are some times you go to a thing where there's lots of interaction, the guy's entertaining, lots of jokes, he can keep you interested just for the simple fact that his or her presentation style engages you. Those can be kind of fun, but they're kind of a potluck, because sometimes you get information out of them, sometimes you're just entertained. Okay, I'm sure you've had a class like that where you love going to the class, but you walk out wondering if you learned anything, right? Or you didn't learn anything from the class, or you did learn something from the class, but sometimes you get a combination. That's another type of presentation. Okay, let's tell Zizani we got the shields.
You're an excellent warrior. Now that you have recovered our shields, it is time to muster the warriors in the city. Tell them to go to the barracks, arm them, and help train them to fight the big noses by showing them how to duel.
Isn't that funny? I got to show the warriors here how to make it happen. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. These guys have been living here for their entire tribe. They've had to fight Greyhorn mercenaries for a long time. But, the wizard is the one that's going to come in.
Now it's time to head over to the barracks and get these troops some weapons.
Let's do this thing. Yes, very, very good. Yeah. And then there's the presentations that get you moving, get you interacting so that you're doing some of the stuff that they're suggesting.
Time to show them how to fight like warriors.
Now, I'll be honest with you, some of those types of presentations, I get really, I find them annoying. But one thing I can say about those types of presentations that get me moving, get me interacting, is that I always learn something. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to do this, but I always walk away learning something, okay? So, you've had those classes where you go in and you have to interact with others. You have to interact with the presenter. They require you to get up and do those interactions. And once those interactions are done, you can stop and say, I get it. I may not like doing it, but I get it. This is a tool I could use, or this is something that is relevant to what I came here to learn. And that's the type of presentation that I like to do. I like to do something where I'm not just standing up there going over a litany of information, or I'm trying to get them to interact and put that information to use, because that is where they are going to get the most out of what we do. And so, and now the tough thing about those types of presentations aren't something you slap on a PowerPoint the night before and put out there. Those are the boring presentations where you have a PowerPoint slapped together the night before and people are having to take notes. I don't like doing those. Those are the ones that are really tough to, nobody walks away learning something.
You have taught us so much, great wizard. I will remember these lessons for a long time.
So my hope is that, I can put a presentation together for my peers, because I'm doing it at a teaching conference, so that if they ever see my name pop up on a schedule again for a presentation, they say, I learned something from that. I want to go in there and see what he has to share with me this time. Okay? Very good. Okay, Sazani.
I'm sure you gave them a proper lesson in the fighting arts. Your help has proven invaluable. Captain Blackhoof's order said you were looking for a missing herd of wizards. I think you should speak to our king, Shakazibu. You will find his magician, Tsitsi Snaketail, near the palace. Plead your case with Tsitsi, and I'm sure he will help you.
Tsitsi. Where have we heard that name before? Well, let's go talk to this guy.
Greetings, wizard. You look as though you are lost. Tell me what you seek, and I will help you find what you need.
That staff looks eerily familiar, doesn't it, guys?
You are searching for a missing herd of wizard students? I have heard rumors of these tourists to our land. King Shakazibu wants to meet you immediately, but he is in the middle of a war council. We must wait until he is free. I have heard legends of the greatness of you wizards. It would inspire our warriors to know you fought with him. Show us that the Long Dreamer shamans and Greyhorn mercenaries are no match for your strong medicine. This will impress Shakazibu.
And thus the genocide continues. Okay, well, let's go ahead and defeat... Notice Greyhorn's mercenaries were in that list. So, can you count, guys? How many times have we had to go out and defeat Greyhorn mercenaries? This is just the third time in this area. Yeah. Go figure, right? Go figure. Well, let's go ahead and knock a few more heads together. Fantastic. Alrighty then. Yeah, so yeah, that's just me, and I think everybody can relate to having to go to presentations to learn something. Either when you were in school, or if you're in any type of professional community, or if you're having to go try to learn a subject or go do additional training. Whether you are in an industry like, let's say you're a plumber, or you're a AC technician or electrician, you could go in and just go do work all the time, but sometimes you have to go out there and you have to expand your education. You have to expand your knowledge about what you're doing, and that means you're going to end up at a training. And the trainings where you get good information from, the ones that are just terrible, and a lot of it's, a lot of it does come down to the presenter and how they approach it. Like for instance, let's talk college. I bet you some of you are college students. Some of you who watch my series are college students. In fact, I know some of you are college students. Some of you, just from the last few comments in the videos, I know you guys are getting ready to start your senior year next year. Woohoo! Let's hear it for the new seniors that are getting ready to try finishing up their junior year, guys. Well, you seniors, okay, or should I say some of you college students, you know how this is. Now, I'll tell you, my college experience was widely varied. And even when I went back to school, because I have two two series of college experiences. I first went to college back in the 90s. That's when I first got out of high school. Yeah, I'm old, and I had some good teachers and I had some really terrible teachers, Unfortunately, in my college experience, there were many, many more of the really boring teachers where you're there trying to just take notes and you're learning from a lecture and you're trying to read 4 chapters a night. I'm sure the college experience hasn't changed too much in some aspects, or at least I would say it hasn't changed a whole lot in some aspects, because I took some college courses again to finish my degree and finish my master's about 10 years ago. Okay? And 10 years ago, my experience was very similar. I had some teachers that were very dry. It was basically you going in and you taking notes and you filling out information, and depending on your level of interest was what you got out of it, whether it was you want to learn something from the class or whether you just want to get through the class. Everybody have that before, where you had a class where you wanted to learn something from it versus a class where you wanted to just get through it. There's a difference, huge difference between the two. A class where you want to learn something from, even if you have a terrible teacher, you're engaged in the learning because you realize that the information they're trying to get across to you is important for you. That's how I split up my college experiences. What type of class, is that? Okay, so that's important. So you're engaged in that process because the information is important to what you want to do, or you're taking a class that you're taking because you just got to get through. You don't really care if you remember anything out of that class. It's really you just got to get through that class, and I've experienced both of those. Now, of course, I'm a firm believer that whatever you go through, okay, it's up to you whether you get something out there. It's not up to the teacher, okay? Now, of course, some teachers are easier to learn from and some instructors are more engaging. But it's still up to you as a student to get the most out of that particular class, because let's be honest with you, everybody's gone through this. Some teachers are outstanding, some teachers are average, and some teachers can be a little bit below average. That means they're not engaging you, they're not going to be open, they're not going to be easy to talk to, and that means you're going to have a hard time engaging yourself in the process. But it's still up to you to engage yourself, because the teacher cannot make you engage. That's always what it is. It's always up to the student, no matter what type of teacher you have. Okay, and I know that can be a interesting topic, but even the people that gripe about our education system, et cetera, they'll acknowledge that in the end, it's up to the student. It's the student's engagement. A student that is engaged, okay. A student that is engaged will learn something from a bad teacher. Will learn something from the course. Will walk out of there better than they are. A student that is unengaged, okay, that is not trying to get something of value from the course where they're at, no matter what, okay, it will struggle. No matter what, no matter whether the teacher's great or the teacher's not so great. If the student's unengaged, it's going to be the same story. Okay, let's talk to Cece.
Impressive. I did not think you would win so quickly. Shaka Zebu heard how you beat the Long Dreamer shamans like a drum. He wants you to raise a force of Igoka defenders and strike the elephants like summer lightning in heavy thunder. Go to the barracks and rally the Igoka defenders. I'll meet you there.
Let's go. Let's rally the defenders. Okay. Here again. We were there, right? Okay. Yeah, it's like we get to enter this place a couple times. I'm sorry, I got on a huge education ramp. Well, anyways, getting back to it, I want to make sure my presentation engages those who come to it.
What's going on here? This doesn't look right at all.
So even if they're there just for a moment, that they'll get some
You
value
got here
out.
too fast. I am Tom Snakeskin, a greyhound. We are Igoka defender.
Okay, I think we're starting to catch on. Look at this guy, just put a mask on.
Barter! Kill the wizard!
Oh, look, painted mercenaries, painted greyhorns. Oh my goodness. Okay, this guy is like, I don't know, he's a little thick, isn't he? Okay, let's finish this. ASAP. Very, very good. I'm sorry, I got on a rant. Well, if you want to hear about more of my teaching stuff, let me know down in the comments below. That was interesting to you. I hope you guys are doing great. By the way, if you love the channel or if you want to support us, do the two free things you can do. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. First off, thanks to all my subscribers. You guys are fabulous. And if you're liking the video, hit that like button and let me know what you enjoy. Leave me a comment. Talk to me how you've been doing, what you liked about, what you didn't like about. Comments when I make my commentary. Feedback is fabulous. And thank you. Thank you again. Two free things you can do that help the channel a lot. I wish there was a way that I could trigger this pet more consistently, because when he's on, he is on, isn't he? Very, very nice. Okay, well anyway, so that's why I'm so busy, is I got to put all that information together. I want to make sure it's a lot of fun. I want to make sure it's engaging. You know, and since all I'm doing is performing a genocide right now here in Wizard101, trying to wipe out as many Greyhorn mercenaries as possible, deplete their population, so that we can support the zebra population. I'm all about it. All about it. Okay, very, very good. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Now I did get a comment the other day. Am I still working with my myth walkthrough? And yes, the thing is, it's, you know, that series or these walkthrough series have always been focused on going through the main quest lines, the main storylines. And so, since we have gone through all the main quest lines for my myth guy, you know, part of what I need to do is decide, okay, what do I want to do with that series now while we wait for additional content to come out? Now, there's a good chance that this year or next year we're going to get a new world. We're going to get the completion arc for the, gosh, is that the fourth arc? Yeah, we're going to get the completion world for the fourth arc. And I'm pretty excited about that, you know. I think there's some great possibilities coming. I really hope that
that didn't go very well.
They go back to some design work that they did, and we see something as high quality as a second arc design, but we'll see. Okay, Tom Snakeskin. Okay, look at these poor guys. Wow, we just freed these guys and gave them hope, and now somebody's like, you know, came in here and tied them all up. We were just in the barracks. Okay, obviously there is a ton.
Thank you for freeing us. They got the drop on us. I thought they were on our side. Hurry and tell Captain Cizani what happened here. Warn her that the king's magician, Tsitsi Snaketail, is actually a Greyhorn.
I don't think he's actually a Greyhorn. I think he's just kind of very duplicitous. That mask doesn't make him a Greyhorn. It's lit, but okay. Anyways, just makes him really terrible at Halloween. Okay, Cizani, or these guys are really terrible at recognizing it.
What? Tsitsi Snaketail is a Greyhorn? Oh, Tsitsi is not a Greyhorn, but a traitor disguised as one.
There we go.
And he had Greyhorn mercenaries painted up as zebras? Ingenious.
I don't think it's so ingenious. Okay.
We must tell Shaka Zebu once we have hard proof. The Greyhorns didn't get in through the Zeus gate, so there must be a breach. Search the city walls to find the breach and please fix it. Once you've reinforced it, meet me back outside the Zeus gate.
Absolutely, and once again, we get to ply our trade as Wizard City fence specialists. Let's grab ourselves some, well, okay, let's find the hole first. Fence, because we know how to build walls. If there is one thing that this game has shown us over and over again, especially here in Arc number 2, is that we are wall specialists. Look at that mess.
There it is. A hole big enough for a Greyhorn to pass through. You'll need to find some wood planks to fix it.
Very good. Let's get a picture of this one, you know. Okay, let's go get 3 piles of wood. Very, very good, very good. Yep. Okay, now, let's see here. Now, we still have a ton of episodes that we're going to continue to go through with the dual school walkthrough, we are barely in the second arc. Yeah, I mean, there is so much content in this game. Have we talked about that? How much content there's actually in this game? This game has so much playable content. It's absolutely amazing. You know, if you count up my episodes, and this is just like main, what do we call it? Main quest line content. If you count up my episodes just in the, just in me doing mainline questing and not doing, where are the wood piles? I am not finding any wood piles. Or maybe I'm talking too much. I'm probably going to have to go outside. I thought they were all in here. I could be wrong. Okay. Well, there's that same pile of wood that I've been picking up now for the last time. Okay. Well, anyways, there we go. 3 piles of wood. There we go. We're good now. Let's go ahead and fix the hole. Fix the hole. Fix the hole in the wall. There we go. Fence specialists
Much
at
better.
work.
No greyhorn will sneak through there again.
Okay, very good. Oh, anyways, I totally lost my train of thought. I'm sure I'll pick it up again. Yeah, I'm sure I'll pick it up again. Let's go and talk to our friend Zazani. Oh, is Zazani out here now? Jeez. She keeps moving.
You found and fixed the hole in the wall? Good work. I have not found the evidence we need yet, but I had to check on the Agoka defenders out here. It's not going well. The Greyhorns have put a scout tower on fire. Defeat some Greyhorn mercenaries and survey the scout tower, then report back.
What'd I tell you? Greyhorn extinction. That's what we're going for here. Genocide. No. Okay, very, very good, very, very good, very, very good. Oh, my. Yep. So, yeah, so there's, I mean, the last world on the 4th arc, I'm pretty excited to see what that's going to look like. And again, my opinion is their very best fleshed out worlds are here in the 2nd arc. Start with Celestia and move all the way through to the end of, and I'll be honest, third work arcs are pretty cool too. They are pretty cool, but if I had to choose, the best fleshed out worlds are definitely. Well, this guy came in. I wonder if I can be able to defeat these. No, we'll wait one more time. The best fleshed out worlds, I think, are second arc worlds, anywhere from Celestia all the way through the end of Chrysalis. Those are the best worlds that Wizard101 has put together. They do tend to be a little long, but they are the best populated, the best asset created. I think the mobs look the best. I mean, by far. I don't think anything else comes close. Oh, I used the wrong thing. Okay. But that's just me, and it's an opinion. It's an opinion, The new 4th arc has been a lot of fun, but as you work through it, you can tell, I think you can tell, that the arcs just are not that developed. Or should I say the worlds are not as developed, okay? Now, you can make an argument against the newest world, Novus, not being as developed, considering it's supposed to be a new world that's pulling from other things, okay? But, when you really start digging in to depth and complexity and just the way how well the worlds look and how awesome they look, the 2nd arc really, by far, I think has the best looking worlds. 2nd arc, yeah, I mean, easily the best looking worlds. I would love to hear your opinions. What do you guys think? As a group, which arc has the best looking worlds from your opinion? What do you like when you go through, you say, wow, this looks great. There's all sorts of interesting things going on. The world feels populated. The world feels diverse. The art looks good. The designs are neat. It looks like a lot of thought was put into it. I really think 2nd arc, by hands down, are the winners. And I would love to hear your opinions on it as a group. What about first arc? First arc is like the first worlds, like number 1 all the way through Dragonspire. So Wizard City through Dragonspire. I mean, and those are some good-looking worlds. They are some good-looking worlds. Second arc, we go Celestia all the way through Chrysalis. Third arc, we start with Polaris, and we go from Polaris. And I'll be honest with you, there's some cool worlds in the third arc. Polaris all the way through Imperia. And then the fourth arc is obviously the new stuff, which starts with Caramel. And Caramel's a cool world. Yeah, I like Caramel. Caramel's a pretty cool world. Okay. I think Caramel is probably the best fleshed out world in the fourth arc.
The tower is burning. But look, down there by the riverbank, water elementals. It looks as if the Long Dreamer shamans have the water elementals under their control.
Okay, so this seems like a problem, but unfortunately, guys, we've got to run out of time. So next episode, we're going to go tell Zazani Sunrunner about the water elemental issue and what might me be able to do with these towers. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave about a variety of different topics, and I hope to catch you guys later. This is Kieran Ashehammer for the Dual School Fire and Storm walkthrough. Have a great day. Bye-bye.